You love baseball, you love playing DFS, but let's face it, by this point in the season, it can get kind of dry and it can get kind of frustrating when that great pitching matchup doesn't turn out the way you wanted, or a hitter who's been on fire just suddenly doesn't come through. Why not try a new take on DFS and have a little bit more fun trying to win money? Bingo. That's right, I'm talking about Fantasy Bingo. It's brought to you only by Rival Fantasy. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Fantasy Bingo. That's right, a classic game rolled with a new game, fantasy, baseball, and bingo. How does it work? Well, it's actually pretty simple. Step one, buy a bingo card. That's it. And I should tell you that if you use code EndgameMLB when you sign up to $200 deposit match for your first time. So this is a good time to get into it. You buy a bingo card, and then all you have to do is review your achievements. What does that mean? Well, instead of just a random number or a stat, you have certain achievements. Those of you who are gamers like me, you know what I'm talking about. So if a guy gets 3 hits in the game, for pitchers, strikes out 8 batters, something like that, you're gonna get a section of that card marked off. So this puts a fun twist on traditional DFS. Instead of just going for total points, you're going for specific achievements, and you can keep track of this throughout the week. And here's the fun part, of course, you build your own roster. So you're gonna pick a full lineup of players that you think might help you get those achievements. And the great thing is, each card, just $1. That's right. Now you can put up to 10, but only 1 to enter, and it's played on a 5x5 grid. I'll show you in a second what it actually looks like as I build my bingo card for right now. If you want more details on exactly how it works and to see it in action, of course, go on the site. They have great videos showing you exactly how it works as well, but I'll try to do that for you. All right, here we go. Got one bingo card ready, and it's time to build a roster. So you'll see you have 3 starting pitcher spots, infield, outfield, and then 2 utility players. That's where it's going to get interesting and where you can really differentiate yourself from the competition. Let's start with starting pitcher first. I always like to go with the most important positions, and you're going to have a long list of players who are going to be pitching the next day. Maybe you're used to those sites where it gives you their, point totals for the last outing, last week, whatever it is. Guess what? You have all the information right here, but not clogging up the screen. So if I want to know Griffin Canning, how's he done lately? Hit the I for info, and you'll see everything that you need. His overview, line graph here with actual points, and it even shows you projected points for the future. Definitely something that's handy. And if I go to the game log here, and this is going to show me exactly how many fantasy points he has been scoring and full line along with it. Now, since I mentioned Canning, you've been watching my videos, you know I'm a fan. He's been really good lately. Colorado, you think traditionally not the best matchup, but that lineup isn't exactly too scary these days. Go ahead and add him on there. There it is. If you ever change your mind, it's super easy. Just X out. As we scroll down, you see all the various options here. Personally, I'm looking for a guy who I think is going to go deep in the game, somebody who can have the opportunity for an exceptional outing. And you'll notice this is bingo. We're looking for achievements. We're not worried about salary cap or anything like that. If I want to get the top best of the best, I want Scherzer and Severino. Okay, well, Severino hasn't been that great lately, but you get the idea. You can pick without having to be picky. You just have to hit the right players. Jose Barrios against Oakland, that's a no-brainer for me. And then one more, am I going to trust Scherzer? My guy Steele, but he hasn't been as good lately. Bibby, but I don't know about against Milwaukee. Here we go. Pablo Lopez has been good this year, and he's facing Detroit. I'm going to go with him. Now, hitting side, you're going to have more options. Infielders only. Go all the way down, and you can look. It's almost too much. So you're going to want to put some thought into this. I have to at this point have, and I'm sure a lot of other people will. I don't care. Use the search feature here, and let's just look up Ellie. We've got to have him in there, don't we? All right, who else do we think is going to go off? Looking at who's hot these days. Another Blue Jay, Bo Bichette against Oakland. Maybe try to help his All-Star game case. Yeah, that sounds good. All right, time for outfielders. Let's see what we got here. Again, a ton of options. I know a guy like Ruiz, maybe I have too many players in that matchup, but man, the stolen bases are always a nice source of fantasy points. By the way, if you scroll down here more, I didn't even show you this yet, positional rankings, it shows you all of those details, gives you his year-to-date stats. I'm actually not going to go with Ruiz because I'm going with Barrios as a pitcher. I don't want to go against him. That wouldn't really make too much sense. So let's go with a guy like, how about Luis Robert? Can do it all, always capable of big game with power and speed. One more outfielder. I mean, why would you not go with Ronald Acuna Jr.? The Reds have been hot, but more because they're hitting than they're pitching. All right, and now is where it gets tricky. You got these utility spots. I can pick anybody on this entire list. Gonna go Ohtani against Colorado. And for my second spot, I like Seager. So there we go, just like building any DFS roster, except I didn't have to worry about the salary cap. Now, here's where you do get to choose exactly how much you want to invest into this lineup. Initially, you'll look and you might have something like a bonus if you've been playing long enough. I don't. Voucher. Oh, by the way, you will get a free play voucher if you sign up with code EndgameMLB, so you'll have that under your belt. Now, you can talk about card quantity, buy cards. Each card is $1, but if you play bingo, one card, not a great chance of winning. You're going against the field here. You want to win that pot. I'm going to start out with 5 just for now. So 5 cards, $5. You can just automatically select here these quantities, or you can custom if you wanted to do exactly 7 cards, no problem. But that's it. That's legitimately how easy it is. You pick players that you think are going to play well, and then you hope to see that they can unlock these achievements, and you invest as much as you want, and then you sit back and you watch, and there's a prize pool. It's not just double your money and that's it. There's a pool here, and you can see right now it explains exactly how it works. Each bingo card can win only once with the biggest combination. The total pool is distributed among all the winning cards. Right now we got a prize pool of $3,000. That wouldn't be too bad for a $7 investment if I win that. And let's do a quick look at what kind of achievements exactly we're talking about. So for my roster, and it shows you right here, everybody I got, those positions are scattered across the boards. No more than 3 hits allowed for a starting pitcher here. A hit and a walk, that gets you a spot, but for a shortstop, DH position, a hit and 2 walks or more, 2 doubles, 1 home run, all sorts of stats here. A double, this is more than 3 hits, 3 runs, a hit by pitch. And as soon as you log in to Rival Fantasy, you go to your dashboard, and here it is. It's going to show you your latest history. These are my cards. It's got all 7 here listed, waiting patiently till tomorrow for these games to start. And then you can view each individual card here. If you want to see, I looked at card 17 earlier, click to view that specific card. Very similar, but different specific stats and positions. So each bingo card is just a little bit different. The more entries, of course, the more chances you win. Not guaranteed, but hey, this is DFS. That's how it is. You got to get lucky as well as playing it smart. So there it is, the newest and hottest fantasy game out there for DFS. Baseball and then football is also coming soon, so don't miss that. Going to be season-long and best ball contests coming up. But for right now, why don't you try the bingo? And later on, I will show you how you can challenge me in a head-to-head contest.